When was the last time that you updated your Google business profile? I'm guessing if you're not a new business, it's been a minute. Most of us set up that profile when we first start our business and then never look at it again. Are you feeling me? Today's episode, we're going to not just tell you why the Google business profile is important, but we're going to delve into how to optimize it and maximize it to help your business thrive online. Let's go. Welcome to the Salon Scoop, a podcast by Salon S.O.S. I'm your host, Scott Moon, the founder of Salon S.O.S., and I'm obsessed with helping salon professionals live their best life. In this show, we shop talk all things salon to bring you real life stories, debates, entertainment, and inspiration to help you find happiness and success in this beautiful industry. If you work in the salon industry in any capacity, this podcast is open to you. So set down your scissors or rinse out that toner and let's get into it. Hey everyone, let's talk about Google today, a digital marketing staple, right? And we all should be aware of what a Google business profile is. When you type in your salon name into Google, whether it's on a laptop or on your mobile phone, it's that profile that shows up that has all of your key information. So that's what we're speaking about in today's episode. And it's often overlooked as a really important part of your online visibility, right? It's simple, it's accessible, right? It's free. Everybody should have it. But what I find often is that because it's there and the information is populated, we just kind of take it for granted. And we want to make sure that you stop taking it for granted and use it as a proper tool for your business. Some salons companies I know of have never even actually had their Google profile verified because Google is smart, right? You can probably guess that. So even if you've never gone and set up your Google business profile, Google will actually do it for you based on all the information that it's able to access across the internet. And so they will set up a profile. So sometimes you're confused and you think that somebody did it for you, but it's actually Google who just took information. You need to verify your business, that you're the owner of the business, take control of it so that you and you alone can actually make modifications to it and optimize it. I want to make sure that's really clear. With me today to discuss a little bit more in depth about Google business profiles is salon owner, digital marketing specialist, Sarah Perrin. Sarah, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to anyways. When was the last time that you checked the Google business profile for your salon company?
Funny enough, literally the entire time when you were doing the intro, and even as I was researching and writing this blog for the podcast, I was like, I am not taking full advantage of Google business profiles for my own salon. So I was actually just looking at it like a few days ago because it kind of like refreshed and in my mind that I was like, this is such a valuable tool that a lot of people aren't taking advantage of. And like you said, I think it's just an often overlooked thing because we're so focused on our website and SEO and social media and all these different things. But I would say that arguably like Google business profile is probably, this might be a bold statement, probably the most important platform that salons and just businesses in general should be utilizing, right? So again, depending on what your objective is, but for salons, it's typically to get butts and chairs and to, fill your appointment books. So it's like you are targeting local people in your community, right? So
Yeah, it's just a staple. Like every business out there needs to have their Google business profile. It's the starting point of your online visibility. And we're talking about today, I like that you recently recognized that you haven't been looking at it recently as a salon owner, and that all the potential that's there. And that's the reason why we're doing this episode today, to make sure that other people are not falling into that trap. So we're going to share with you everything you need to know about how to properly utilize Google Business Profile. So Sarah, maybe just give us a quicker top line as to why it's so essential for salons and spas, and why people are going to be missing out.
For sure. So like you said, I think we all just like expect it to be there because Google will just take this information. And if I Googled my own salon, my reviews come up and my location comes up and everything like that. But there are so many different features that you can utilize that are huge for building your business online and everything that I think a lot of people do overlook. So it is kind of this like hidden gold mine of, where you can put all these little things in. Because like, a major thing with the Google Business Profile, it is location and maps based, right? So as I mentioned before, typically if you're looking to bring clients into your salon, they are people who are in your area. And I don't know about you, but the amount of times, regardless if I'm in my city, if I'm traveling, the amount of times that I Google restaurant near me or gas station near me or whatever it is, I think everybody does this. And this is where your Google Business Profile is going to come in huge because, again, like it is location based. So it is going to pop you up on the top based on your location if they're near you, right? Another huge important thing, too, I think that oftentimes we forget is not everybody, and especially not all of our ideal potential clientele, is on social media. So we put so much, effort into, making sure we have regular posts on social. But again, like I would say the average person, and again, depending on demographic, like I'm like, we are using Google to find things near us probably more often than we are using Instagram to find things near us. So again, I think that that's just why it's overlooked is people don't think about the location aspect of it and how Google Business Profile does go based on location and maps and what people are Googling. So having like a super solid, well-rounded Google Business Profile could be the difference between somebody clicking on your Google Business Profile and the salon down the street because you've got excellent pictures and really good reviews and you've got up-to-date hours and, all of these other communication tools that they can utilize on your Google Business Profile. So yeah, like I say, a lot of little gems hidden within Google Business Profiles. And I know you're going to kind of dive into what some of those features that salon owners in particular should be utilizing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to start with kind of the steps to create really an exceptional Google Business Profile. And it starts with making sure that you have actually claimed your profile so that Google knows that you are the owner. I mentioned that in the intro, that sometimes we don't actually do that. So you should have at some point received a code, right, a verification code from Google. It might have come physically in the mail in the form of a postcard, or it could have come to you by a text message that you went in and confirmed that you were the owner. Make sure that you have done that, please, as a starting point. Once you have full control of your Google Business Profile, now is when you want to be, I guess, updating it and optimizing it. Now, there are some basic things, right? People often go to your Google Business Profile because they want to get your address, they want to get your phone number, they want to see your hours of operation, right? Those are kind of the three critical ones. Your address typically doesn't change, your phone number typically doesn't, but your hours do. I mean, we manage websites for over 100 salons, and we get requests all the time to change the hours on the actual website. But how many salons are thinking to go and update their hours in Google? It's really important because often consumers just go quickly and just check in Google to see what your hours are. So make sure that that is updated frequently. Now, beyond those basics, right, of the address, the phone number, and your hours, there's so many other features that you can be taking advantage of. The first, you have to make sure that your website is linked, all right, because this is a great place where you're going to be driving traffic to your website, which we know has huge benefits for your actual search engine optimization, making sure that you rank high in Google searches for all sorts of various terms. So you might also have a online booking link, which you may be able to link to Google. Not all booking platforms synchronized with Google's booking link, but they do now have more and more booking softwares that you can actually connect with your Google Business Profile. So you definitely want to check to see if that's available for yours. You want to make sure that you are updating and having high quality visuals. So you want to get your logo in there, nice pictures of your location, right? And maybe some of your services. Again, think of it as a quick mini billboard. People tend to come to the business profile and they're quickly looking to get some information. But if you stand out versus other competitors, right, it's really going to give you a step up in somebody choosing to potentially contact you for either a consultation or, better yet, a booking. Another great feature that exists, and this has been a little bit more recent, is that in your Google Business Profile, you can now have an actual post. So the same way that you post on social media like Instagram, Facebook, whatnot, you can actually post on Google. So again, you can be featuring a product, a service, something new, something about your business, and that can be refreshed on a regular basis, right? So that it's showcasing what's new, and it encourages a call to action when someone comes to your Google profile. They go beyond just seeing your address and your phone number. They're actually getting some information about your company. So keeping it fresh and up to date can really, really help you thrive and drive actual conversion of people who are coming to your profile to now want to contact you for more. So those are some of the key features that I would say are most important for salons to really be focusing on. And the main message is review it regularly. I would say if you can be posting on it, there's some services where you can actually post automatically, right? When you schedule your post for Facebook and Instagram, you can also schedule it, for Google. If not, take your post, throw it in at the very minimum, try to do it weekly. And then I would say monthly, you should be checking in to make sure that your hours are updated properly and that you maybe are updating any photos that are relevant. So those are the key features. There's one other element of your Google Business Profile that is so, so, so important. And Sarah, I'm going to leave this up to you because it's our Google reviews are actually found on that profile. So talk to us a little bit more about the role of reviews in that Google profile.
I mean, we've talked about reviews, at length. We've got blogs, we've
Over
got
and over
podcasts
and
about it.
over.
Exactly. And we talk about the importance of, asking for our clients for reviews, because obviously, the higher the review, the better it is, kind of thing. But I think another important thing is to be monitoring this and making sure that you're responding to both positive and negative reviews in a timely and a professional manner too. So not only, again, just requesting these and asking people to do them, but making sure that you're responding to them, because that actually helps as well too. And I know as a consumer, if I Google something and I look at the reviews and it's a really low rating and there's no responses to the negative ones, or maybe a too lengthy of a response to a negative one, it just, again, it kind of is off-putting as a client, right? So I just think that that's a major part. And again, we've talked about this to death kind of thing, but I think that it is really important to make sure that you're going through and you have a strategy for how you respond to the positive reviews, how you respond to the negative reviews, making sure that, again, the negative ones in particular, you have a really solid system for, not over talking it or responding defensively or whatever it is, kind of thing. Because again, your people who are looking you up and looking at these reviews, they don't just look at the reviews, they do look at how you respond to them as well, right? So I think it's just really important to always keep that in mind, that the reviews are such a huge part of not only, again, gaining maybe some new clients, because they're like, oh, this place has a 4.9 and everybody else has a 3.8. Like, obviously they have exceptional customer service. And yeah, just always having a strategy for how you are asking your clients to leave these reviews and how you are responding to them.
And just keep getting them regularly. Mm-hmm. It's so important. More Google reviews, obviously positive ones, because people look at that 4.9, 4.8, 4.7 versus 4.1. You're like, yeah, even honestly, even 4.1, 4.2, you're kind of like, I'm not sure. That means that there's enough people that are having bad experiences that are weighing down the average. So, salon owners ask me very often, it's like, oh, we got a bad review on our Google profile. Like, we don't agree with it. Like, what can I do to get rid of it? I'm like, you know what? The best solution? Go get 10 more positive ones right now that'll sit on top of it, that'll wash it out. And that's honestly the best advice that I can always give.
1000%. And like you said, always asking for new ones, because again, as a consumer, I do notice if, like a business that I know has been around for a long time, if they have 6 reviews and 4 of them are from 3 years ago, right? So again, just always encouraging that, because again, people do notice those kinds of things more so than they notice your overall rating.
Yeah, definitely. You should set an objective, a specific objective, a smart goal for the number of reviews. And it's obviously going to depend on the number of clients that you have and how big your business is. If you're a team of 10, and you're seeing, 1,000 clients a month, you obviously would set a higher target for the number of reviews you want, as opposed to if you're a solopreneur and you're seeing 100 clients per month. So you want to obviously work that out, but set yourself an objective for reviews. Really, really critical. All right, everyone, we don't want to belabor the point. Google Business Profile, really great opportunity. It's simple, right? It's free. So make sure that you get your profile set. Capitalize on the features that can optimize it and make you stand out from the competition, and make sure that you are updating it regularly. If you have any questions about Google overall search engine optimization, we're always here. We have the most affordable service in the industry dedicated to this to help you with your rankings. But even if you just have questions about setting up, I hear from so many salon owners, like they can't even access their Google account. They don't know if they actually are the verified, owner or not. Just reach out to us. We're here to help as a resource, and we'll do whatever we can to help you. But in the meantime, get out there and go check your Google Business Profile today. Take the information that we've shared with you and get yourself going in the right direction with Google. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to the Salon Scoop podcast. This show is produced by Salon S.O.S, a digital marketing agency by industry professionals for industry professionals. If you want simple and affordable solutions for any of your salon marketing needs, such as websites, client loyalty, Google search rankings, social media, or more, come visit us at salonsos.ca or on Instagram at salon.s.o.s. If you want to hear more episodes like this and help us continue to bring the industry great content, it would mean so much to us if you would support us in one of the following ways. Either share this episode with one other industry professional, and rate the show on Spotify, or write us a quick review on Apple Music. We want to hear your feedback. If you have follow-up questions or ideas for future episodes, please reach out. DM us on Instagram at salonus.s.o.s, or hit us up on our website again at salonsos.ca. Again, thanks so much for listening. Now go get your hustle on, keep smiling, and we'll catch you on our next episode.